is Deb Helfrich, hashtag redheaded She-Hulk, and I am fucking done with the US of hypocrisy and all of the ways that we have let the goddamn men harm our species. It is 3:03 a.m. on 3/9/2022, and I am pissing angry. At all of the well-meaning, but still truly second sex aspect of International Women's Day yesterday. And this is specifically a rant to Cindy Gallop. Now, I've been following you on LinkedIn. You can't see my signal at all, but this is a challenge. You know what we need to create, Cindy? Professional O's. Forget about the standing O's. Professional O's are professional orgasms. We need women, girl geniuses, having daily professional orgasms. Now, this is in response to, I just skimmed it, don't empower women was a little thing you had said. Pay us. I've been trying to get an investor, a patron, not a goddamn VC. I don't want to create a venture under the rules of these messed up, whack, Western medicine. Pardon me, I'm preparing for my stage persona. I am Dave Chappelle cross-dressed with Eddie Izzard. I am the Hannah Gadsby of well-being philosophy. And these messed up, whacked Western medicine measurement men of woebegone whiteness have got to be sat the fuck down. The civilization, our entire species, is going to go extinct in approximately 30 years. And it's not going to be global warming takes us out, although that is a serious motherfucking problem. What's going to take us out is tech. This whole motherfucking everything dash tech. Tech is not alive. It is actually dumb. It is only as intelligent as what the men who are almost all programming it allows it to be. And men is all fucked up right now. Oh, geez. We are seriously in need of some wise feminine philosophers to get us thinking about how we think about being human. Let me tell you something. I am the she Einstein of consciousness. I'm also the she Sherlock of human functioning. I'm the she Chappelle of stand-up philosophy. Cindy Gallop. I'm asking you and your marketing genius to raise to the challenge to take me from homeless. Yes, I have spent 11 months living in my goddamn car. And that's why I'm up at 3 fucking a.m. in the morning. Some motherfucker in a souped up truck just woke my ass up. Cindy, what a marketing coup is it to take me from homeless to a global stage? And I'm going to challenge you. 6 to 9 months project plan, girl. Let's do this. Now, professional orgasm sorted. I'm going to ask you to have the ability to use your marketing prowess to get me a patron so that I can spread life-centric thinking across every nook and cranny of Earth. Fuck all these billionaires wanting these stupid little tech, little gadgetry. What are these apps? They're so limited. They're dumbing us down. They're devolving our intellect. And we have all now, because of the pandemic, ended up with 3-second attention spans. The reason I'm failing is because I can't get anyone to keep their mind straight, to follow the expressive use of my language, to not judge me based on all these other previous things they've seen. I am 1 in 7.9 billion in both ways. Hella unique and rare. I saved my own life. I evaporated 150 plus pounds in the 15 months after turning 50, after being morbidly obese since I was an infant, using my thinking equipment. Fuck diet and exercise advice. Fuck all of that shit. I used energy. Consciousness. I solved my childhood neglect. I learned how everything is frequency. And I got high. It was nothing and cannabis that made me so smart that I am half of myself. I've been carried around an entire man. My entire first 51 years. Oh, I am strong. But that's not even as important as we make it seem. We're all talking about the neuroplasticity. I demonstrate physiological plasticity, which many y'all in the marketing business might call the waterfall of youth. No, it's not a fountain. See, this is the concept. We are in a faulty, flawed, and fraudulent paradigm. These Western medicine measurement men of whiteness. Fountains is man-made, and they're going to lose, the pump is going to lose power. You got to pay for them. So something's going to start leaking. Blah, 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 blah. There's no such thing as a fountain of youth. But a waterfall of youth. Einstein may right now have created the most famous equation ever, E equals mc squared. But I'm going to use E equals mc squared to solve for the most important thing ever facing our species. How do we solve for the equation of human energy? Now, fuck all the humans walking around thinking they penises mean they are able to tell other humans what to do. Because they had their time, hundreds of years. 500 years of whiteness, 350 years of the Western thought tradition from the Cartesian split. Descartes, Newton, all of these guys have gotten it right. And Einstein, I mean, he's a pretty cool dude, right? He's over here giving me a standing O, giving me a professional O. Because what he didn't think about with all this physics, if it's all true, and I think it's pretty much true, I don't think they're telling the right story about the true physics. That's where philosophy comes in. Hypotheses, telling a better story. Look, we can't use math, a tool that we invented, symbols, to explain consciousness. but I can explain consciousness. Now, I spent 2 years trying to get somebody to pay attention to me, because once we know what consciousness is, we have to remake everything about our civilization, our global civilization, because it does not include the majesty of consciousness. We are living in a situation where our entire framework of human civilization is based on mechanistic principles that treat humans like widgets. We are all, every single one of us, across every nook and cranny of earth, every human is a priceless and precious one-shot deal. We have got to build a civilization that allows everyone to be like I am right now, all up in every single bit of their raging, fierce intelligence. Creating. That's what this is for. I am the she-Socrates of the 2020s. I'm going to get everyone thinking. People aren't even going to know what I think, because I could think so evolutionarily that I have sorted everything out. I could demolish racism by 2030 just to get started. And that's what I am choosing to start on. You want to get all this stuff? I can redefine chronic disease and mental illness in such a way that we stop the ever-escalating burdens of these shits, and we stop taking pills for all our ills, because the pills are not the problem. Do me a Google. Is it not absolutely uncontestable that 75 to probably 90% of illness is due to stress? Stress is not a biochemical malfunction. Stress is an environmental, civilizational cognitive dissonance. We got to fix that at the bioelectrical level of consciousness. Got to fix our environment, our civilization. All of this stuff. This is the 30 years. And the tech. Everyone VC, everyone's spending money. Angels, nobody wants to invest in anything that isn't technology. We've got to first understand the technology of our own bodies, brains, and biofields. I have lived for very nearly 53 years, and I have not, as of yet, and I have some lovely humans, not very many of them, and I care for them, but I have yet to meet anyone who understands that I am a pinnacle, apex intellect. And we want a caring, female, developing the next version of civilization. I'm a bit verklempt. I'm humbled but honored that this is what all of my life of neglect and isolation in that morbidly obese body, being ostracized, I haven't been asked out on a goddamn date. I have not. Experienced belonging apart from my undergraduate days at Carnegie Mellon. And the reason I'm going to demolish racism first is because I'm only alive because the Black humans at Carnegie Mellon, very small percentage of them, care for me, taught me about having friends, being in a community. Wasn't touched for the first 17 years of my life. That's what whiteness does. And it is this lack of embodiment. We have to invent new terms for what I'm so smart in. I did all right in the framework the men built. 15, I decided and executed a project plan to let the state of Ohio know they fucking did their math wrong. Just me and math don't get along. I might be dyscalculic. I am autistic as fuck. Never had a chance. Nobody ever saw the autism in me. Nobody's ever paid attention to me, really, truly. But that's because of the limits of their own minds. No one's ever tried to harm me. That's the part that made it that I needed decades of wisdom to figure this out. Because I have no trauma, just a shitload of neglect. Let me tie this right up around. Bring the whole room together. As Big Lebowski might do with his rug. This has been a stand-up philosophy Socratic monologue. One woman improv. I'm great at this shit. This is my bespoke career that I would like you, Cindy Gallop, to help me find a patron, help me find some strategic collaborators, do your marketing speciality, help me network to whoever is ready to invest. I need $3 million. We're going to put this on the stage, start getting some streaming subscriptions, some sponsors. I mean, who doesn't want to sponsor saving our species, SOS, using logic plus love intertwined, life-centered thinking. We're going to sort the hard problem of consciousness into an easy pivot. We're going to redefine chronic disease and mental illness in ways that every single one of us, for free, can solve all our own problems. Now, occasionally some things go wrong and we got to go to the professionals, but we're going to stop this managed care madness of whiteness. Everything has to be making more money, more money, more money, more money. It doesn't work like that. When it comes to life, when it comes to nature, when it comes to the resources of this planet, we got to stop thinking like this. I want artisanal capital. That's another one of these really important things I just created that needs to come out to the world in 2022. Artisanal capital. We need all these fucking rich people pulling together funds through me. I don't trust any of y'all right now. I don't see any of y'all. Just there's too much cognitive dissonance. It's too much being in this broken ass system and civilization. We've got to fix it all. And I just need to talk and talk and talk and be listened to and listened to and listened to. And it's going to start making sense. I'm not telling anyone what to do. I'm telling everyone how to stop thinking in the old broken ways that created all this harm. We got to stop the trauma cycles. Stopping the trauma cycles. That's what is the cognitive dissonance. None of us are fulfilled. We're not getting professional orgasms. We're not getting every single day. Human bodies are meant to experience trance. Hey, now and again, a bug will get us and we'll take a few days off and shit like that. But we're pretty good. We've eradicated a great deal of that. Pandemics notwithstanding. We'd look at all this data clearly. We'd see that mental fitness protects from viral chaos. We've done a shitty job public health-wise. Where the fuck are the gloves? It's the gloves is what's caused... It's not an airborne virus. Yeah, right, in the very first days and stuff, we wanted masks. We don't want to be sneezing and coughing on each other. But that was solved. I mean, there's just a few outlier, stupid-ass people. Kept on getting it, kept on passing it around. Because it was non-symptomatic spread. And that would get stopped if we had worn gloves, because it was touching all this stuff and all this commerce that we couldn't give up, and we still had to have food. We went and we touched it. We moved the virus around hand to hand. That is a philosophical truth. And yeah, I talked to virologists, doctors on LinkedIn. Not very many. I'm a theoretist, a hypotheses generator. Get us thinking at the integer level. Good enough. Gloves would have saved so many lives. And then we start really understanding these things. The 1-2 punch of masks and gloves could have averted almost all this. But we are just so locked into old thinking. And I am not. And that is why I am worth investing in. I want an initial round. I want $3 million. I need to find some strategic collaborators. I need my business partner. I need a stone cold business woman. Red tea. To create the well-being philosophy education empire. I got a movie. Londolozi. Racial harmony. Oh, you're gonna love that. My challenge to you is get us a meeting with Bozoma St. John, because I need a Netflix streaming deal. All right. There's my ask. $3 million from a patron. Do my Wellbeing Philosophy Institute. And a meeting with Bozoma to get a Netflix streaming deal. I'm going to make Netflix part of my world evolving strategy. Harmony. This has been Deb Helfrich. Hashtag Redheaded She-Hulk. I am the founder of an entirely new academic field beyond neuroscience and the hashtag Wellbeing Philosophy Institute. I have billions of dollars of IP in my brain surrounding my New York Times bestseller. Let's give me a literary agent as well. My New York Times best-selling first book is titled Placebo, Power to the People. I'm explaining placebo tools. This is how we're going to get beyond pills for all our ills and learn about how our bodies function bioelectrically using the philosophical hypothesis of bioelectricity, my own intellectual property, to teach us all how I evaporated 150 pounds in 15 months after turning 50 and reversed the almost deadly, fatal effects of a toxic mold exposure that took away well over 80% of my ability to walk and talk in my 40s. You can see at 53, I'm pretty much a stellar talker. This is Harmony over and out.